Yeah, first of all, I'm a big fan. I'm currently going through your book, Safe People. I've
Oh,
done boundaries and boundaries with kids, so I'm a big fan. And I'm calling today because I wanted to ask you how to handle the silent treatment when it's been going on for 4 years now by a family member.
okay.
Yeah. So we go see, it's an in-law, my sister-in-law. When we visit our
Sister-in-law.
family-in-law, yes, when we
Okay,
visit
so this
family,
is this is your husband's sister?
um, so my husband's brother's wife.
Your husband's brother's wife. So okay. All right.
So
First of
sister-in-law married.
all right. Go ahead. Describe the problem. Because a lot of people would pray for their in-laws to give them the silent treatment, but describe. You might have an answer
Well,
to prayer. God, give me a peaceful life. Okay, then I'll put duct tape on your sister-in-law's. This may be a good thing.
yeah.
All right. So what's the
I mean,
problem? Why is this the problem?
yeah. Well, I've tried thinking about it in a positive way because, like you said, our relationship started going a little sour because she would nitpick at me and call me a bad friend over many things that were really small.
Give me
And
one
I didn't really
example. Give me one example.
one example was she always said she initiated contact to hang out with
Yeah.
our girls. And the truth is, I think eventually after a while, I didn't really want to initiate hangouts because, for example, if we went to the zoo together, she offered to drive. But after a while, she confronted me and said she thought I was taking advantage because I never offered gas money or at least the coffee to pay her back for the gas. And mind you, we lived a block away from each other. And I was always willing to give a ride
Okay.
myself, and I would
Okay.
never charge.
So you said she was nitpicking you, and I
Yeah,
forgot the other words used. So
yeah, like that.
when she did that, what did you say?
I told her, oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. I did not realize you thought I was taking advantage. I was not trying to take advantage. I guess I just assumed, if it were me, I wouldn't charge you for a ride. Like I'm also willing to drive, take turns driving. Like I
Okay,
didn't think
that's a
that
good
it was
answer.
an issue.
Okay, so then what
Mm-hmm.
happened? So what? But I don't see that as
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
nitpicking. I mean, she's kind of bringing up something that's bothering her, right or wrong. That's what she's doing, right? It's a real thing.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. But
So
it
what
was
did
just
you? Okay,
several
so
things.
when you said that, when hold on, when you said that, then what did she do? Is that when the silent treatment came?
No, no, this was the silent treatment came long after. So that was just an example because several things would happen in that way, things that would bother her. And so it got to the point where I always felt, even my husband would get upset and think like, why am I so worried about whether she's upset with me? Like I couldn't focus on life because I was constantly worried like, oh,
Yeah.
I did something that bothered her. Is she upset at me?
why were you so worried about that?
I'm not sure because I just wanted to have a good relationship and I'm a people pleaser. So it gave me a lot of anxiety, like knowing
Okay,
that,
so hang on,
you know,
hang on, hang on, hang on. I'm going to answer.
Mhm.
I'm going to answer part of the question here. And I say, why were you so worried about that? You said because I wanted to have a good relationship with her, which is a wonderful thing.
Mhm.
It may be, I don't know, because we haven't looked at all the dynamics. It may be that the correct finish to that sentence is, I want to have a good relationship with someone who's incapable of having a good relationship.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that might be a problem,
Yeah.
possibly.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
To which your
possibly.
husband is saying, why do you care? This isn't going to work. Right. And the
Yes.
second thing
Yes. So
is,
he's wondering why
yeah,
I'm
and
catering or so
I
worried
know.
about it.
And the second thing is because I'm a people pleaser. Okay.
Yes.
Let me finish this sentence. I am a people pleaser in a world where there are people that are unpleasable. No matter what I do, they will never be pleased with me.
Yes.
Now, if you would just finish those two sentences in
Yes.
that way, then we can start to address the problem with your sister-in-law, because we can try to have a good relationship. As in one of my favorite verses, it says, like Paul said, in as much as it depends on me, or you will be at peace with everyone. In as much as it depends on us, we're going to try our best. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And then we're also going to try to please everyone and understand that you can offer a lot of good things, and some people don't want them. Some people want even worse. They want to attack your good things, to which Jesus said, don't cast your pearls before swine. Stop it.
Yes.
But if we continue to do that, he said they will trample them, right? So the question becomes, what's the best option you have with your sister-in-law?
The best option I have?
Yeah. In trying to fix this. So tell me why it turned from overly, she wasn't silent at all. She was overly nitpicking and bugging you with how much she was talking to you and confronting you and bugging you and all that. Now she's gone dark. She's got the silent treatment going on. When did that flip over the fence?
Well, that happened when we're originally from California, my husband and I, and all our family is there, born and raised. And we moved to Texas because financially it just made sense for our family. And there
aren't a lot of situations where that would not make sense. But go ahead.
Well, that's true. But for us, because family and everything is over
there. No, I'm
there,
agreeing with you. Yeah. So family's in California. Yeah. All right.
Yes. So we decided to move. And that same week, she was having issues, but they didn't tell us until like a day or two before we were moving, like we were going across states. Yeah. And apparently she had a mental breakdown. Oh. She had run out in the street.
How old is she?
Trying to run. She is 30.
First breakdown?
Ago. Like
4 years ago. So she was 26. First breakdown?
To my knowledge, yes.
Okay, yes. So she ran out in the streets. All right. So give me the question. Give me the question. So hold on. Answer my question. How did it go to silent treatment? And can you do that kind of quickly, because I'm worried about the clock.
Yes. So that's what happened to them, and so we had to go, even though his brother was asking us to stay, but my husband didn't want to stay, and that's when the silent treatment started. Because they said, how could you leave? And then the family was saying, oh, well, they're saying all these things about you. And so my
wait. Were people taking care of her? Or y'all didn't leave her in the streets, right? People were taking care of her.
Yeah, she was with family. She was with family.
So she's well taken care of. And now you go back and you're moving and you got to establish your life. Et cetera, et cetera. And so she stopped talking to you after that.
After that, she was just very angry. Ever since I've seen her, she ignores me, doesn't acknowledge me, turns her face.
And so what have you done? And what have you done?
When we first moved here and I heard from the family that was going on, that she was upset, I called her on the phone to talk to her about it. And I told her, I'm sorry that you felt that way, like abandoned, but that wasn't my intention. Like, we didn't really know everything that was going on, and you were with family, and we had our struggles ourselves. And then that was the end of that. But then
and did she say, thank you for calling, now I understand, and we're good friends again?
No, she just kept fighting and arguing back, and she sounded very angry, saying that overall in general I've just been a horrible friend. And she doesn't understand why our relationship.
All right. So what's happened since then?
Since then, just when we visit, I've gotten anxiety since then, because when we visit our family, I get triggered because at family events she's there and everybody just ignores the elephant in the room. And these are my family. I considered them my family because I've known them for
Okay.
over 10 years.
Are you close?
Married.
Are you close with the other family members? Are y'all okay? Are they still mad at you?
No, well, they talk to us, but
Okay.
I did used to feel closer than I do now after all of this happened.
All right. Here's what I would probably do without knowing more. I would just, I don't think that, I don't think everybody probably in this scenario is on the same footing in terms of their capacity or desire to be civil and work things out and forgive them and move on. But there probably are a few that are. So what I would do is kind of, don't treat, we do treat family as family, but you don't treat every member of the family the same way. Different people in a family or any group have different capacities for us to be able to be close to them. So what I would do is stop experiencing this. And I say stop, you got to work on this. Stop experiencing this in an all or nothing way. My family doesn't, my family is upset. My family, because it's probably not my family. It's probably some individuals more than others and some not at all. So what I would do is I would prioritize those relationships and continue to build, in as much as you can, great relationships with the ones that you can, and the ones that you can't, then, and she would be at the top of the list, it sounds like, I would just say to her, just to let you know, I'd love for us to have a better relationship. I don't exactly know what you want from me. I feel like I've apologized. If there's something I need to apologize for that I haven't, then please let me know. But I can't do more than apologizing. If you don't want to talk to me, I'd like for it to be better. If you don't want to talk to me, then I can accept that, and I just want to wish you well. And then I would drop it. And then if she comes to the party, she comes to the party. But you're going to have to be in a world with her, the family world, where she might be like that. And that's when you learn to just ignore her and smile at her and give it up. At some point, you've got to surrender to the reality that she would apparently, for whatever reason, wants to stay in the stance. So that's kind of how I look at it. But there's a lot more to this. You can engage other relationships in this. I don't want you in the perpetual pain of somebody having a noose around you by their withholding of love. You don't need her love and approval in order to have a nice life.
Yes. And that's my struggle, that I have a lot of anxiety because of it. And like you said, the family, I do want like acceptance from the family. And so it really hurts to see that,
it does hurt. And I would suggest, well, hold on a second, but I want you to, every time you say whole and the family, I want you to start breaking that down into objective names, because you can probably resolve these better specifically than whole. And the other thing is, I would really encourage you, and I've got to run here. I'd love to talk to you more because there's so much of this, but I'd really like for you to get with a good counselor who can help you process this and begin to give it up. If she's not going to come to the party and wants to reconcile, reconciliation takes two people. Ask God. What did he do? He invited people to the party. Some didn't want to come. Go read the story. And so what did he do? He did not continue to be upset because they wouldn't come. He told his people, you know what? If they don't want to come, let them go live without me and see how that works out. But I want you to take the invitation and go give it to some more people, because some people might want to come. And that's kind of a pretty good way to frame life. All we can do is invite people, right? And do everything we can to make relationships work. Some people don't want to come to the party. Now, if we stay engaged in a tug of war of somebody that's not letting go of the rope because they want to win and pull you over into the darkness and pull you over that line into the pain and pull you over into unresolvable chaos and misery, that's a game that can only be won by not playing the game. Let go of the rope. Then they'll fall into their misery. You're going to be stuck there in their bitterness. So I hate it that it gets there. God hates it that it gets there. But do everything you can to work it out. Apologize, empathize, listen, but have an end to it. Say, this is all I can do. If you're not willing to accept that, the door's open, but I'm not going to continue to talk and listen to this. And if you're going to ignore me, I'll just smile and walk by.